You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 26th of August. India's PM Modi hails Gujarat EV plant, calls it a big leap. Trump reiterates claim of stopping India-Pakistan war. And hosting Rohingya refugees has put strain on Bangladesh, says Yunus. And now for all the details. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday hailed the launch of Maruti Suzuki's electric vehicle production in Gujarat as a big leap towards the government's Make in India mission. Commercial production of the company's first electric SUV, the mid-sized e-Vitara, began at the Gujarat plant on Tuesday. Attending the inauguration, Modi described Maruti as a symbol of strong business and cultural ties between India and Japan and urged Indians to back locally made products, including Maruti cars, irrespective of where the investment comes from. The development comes ahead of Modi's visit to Japan next week, highlighting deepening bilateral cooperation. Suzuki Motor, the parent company of Maruti, announced an investment of about $8 billion over the next 5 to 6 years. The automaker aims to consolidate its lead in India, which is its largest market by sales and revenue, while also expanding its electric vehicle presence globally. India will serve as Suzuki's global hub for EVs, with exports planned to over 100 countries, including Japan and several European markets, despite a global slowdown in EV sales. The Gujarat facility is expected to emerge as one of the world's largest automobile manufacturing hubs, with a planned annual capacity of 1 million units.
सुजुकी जापान भारत में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रही है और जो गाड़ियां बन रही है वो वापस जापान को एक्सपोर्ट की जा रही है। ये जापान और भारत के रिश्तों की मजबूती तो है ही, भारत को लेकर ग्लोबल कंपनियों के भरोसे को भी ये आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करता है।
And US President Donald Trump on Monday reiterated his claims that he stopped 7 wars across the world, including the one between India and Pakistan. During a press conference, Trump claimed that 4 out of the 7 wars were stopped because he used trade and tariffs to negotiate between the countries involved in the conflict. Since May 10, when Trump announced on social media that India and Pakistan had agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire, he has repeated his claim multiple times that he settled the tensions between the two countries. India has consistently maintained that the understanding on termination of active combat and other hostile acts with Pakistan was reached following direct talks between the Directors General of Military Operations of the two militaries.
In the meantime, I've stopped all of these wars. I've stopped them. A big one would have been India and Pakistan, but we stopped them all. We stopped the war with India and Pakistan. That was the next level. That was going to be a nuclear war. They already shot down 7 jets. That was raging. And I said, you guys want to do trade? We're not doing any trade. We're not doing anything with you if you keep fighting. You get 24 hours to settle it. They said, well, there's no more war going. And I used that on numerous occasions. Trade, I used whatever you had to use.
And a sit-in protest by Gilgit-Baltistan traders has continued at the Source Point, a key location on the China-Pakistan economic corridor. The protest, led by local trade leaders, is in opposition to what they call unfair taxation and exploitation by the Pakistani government. We have a report.
Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan has seen extensive protests as merchants, business leaders, and residents continue their sit-ins and rallies against illegitimate taxation and years of exploitation by Pakistan. A sit-in protest of Gilgit-Baltistan traders is ongoing at the Source Point of China-Pakistan economic corridor. Tensions escalated recently as authorities used tear gas and stun grenades to disperse the protesters. But the protests have still continued.
ऐसा हुआ है?
बिल्कुल, हमारे पास उसकी वीडियो शहादतें हैं। स्ट्रेट फायर हो गई है, हमारे कुछ लड़कों को लग भी गए हैं। और हमारा ज़रफ ये था, वो जिन पुलिस वालों ने हमारे ऊपर शेलिंग की, स्ट्रेट फायरिंग की, वो जब गिर के जख्मी हो गए तो हमने उनको हॉस्पिटल पहुंचाया। ये हमारी तरबियत है।
The protests have intensified, with protesters demanding immediate action on their concerns regarding illegal taxation policies that affect the daily lives of the traders in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. The protesters have called for justice and more equitable treatment from the authorities.
दो नुकाती एजेंडे पे जो गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के मेरे नौजवानों का मुस्तकबिल है, आपने इस इलाके को मुतनाज़ा डिक्लेयर किया है। आपका आईन है, आपका कानून है, आप यूनाइटेड नेशन में गए, हम उस कानून के तहत मुतनाज़ा इलाके हैं। आपने 78 साल में हमें मजलूम और महकूम रखा, हमने उफ तक नहीं की।
And Bangladesh Chief Advisor Mohammad Yunus has said that Bangladesh has no scope to allocate resources for Rohingya refugees. He urged the international community to find a sustainable solution to the crisis. Hosting the refugees has put a huge strain on Bangladesh, Yunus said. The Nobel laureate has called on the international community to draft a roadmap for return of Rohingya refugees. Tens of thousands of Rohingyas held rallies on Monday in camps there, carrying banners and posters that proclaimed "No more refugee life," "Stop genocide," and "Repatriation, the ultimate solution." The refugees live in cramped bamboo shelters amid aid cuts and little hope of return. The comments by Yunus mark the 8th anniversary of arrival of more than 7 lakh Rohingyas in Bangladesh, turning the area around Cox's Bazar into a refugee settlement.
Foresee any scope whatsoever for further mobilization of resources from our domestic resources, given our own challenges. Rohingya issue and its sustainable resolution must be kept alive on the global agenda as they need our support until they return home.
Moving on, Indian researchers have made a landmark discovery with the unearthing of the country's first ever phytosaur fossils in Rajasthan's Jaisalmer district. The remains, estimated to be around 201 million years old, were found in Megha village and are believed to belong to phytosaur genus, ancient reptilian predators that thrive in forested regions near river systems. A team of geologists examined the vertebrate like fossil and confirmed its significance. To safeguard rare find, the district administration has fenced off the site, ensuring the fossils are preserved as a vital piece of natural heritage.
नहीं, बिल्कुल ये डायनासोर के काल की जो चट्टानों में डायनासोर के साथ में रहने वाला ये क्रोकोडाइल है, जिसको फाइटोसॉरस बोलते हैं। और ये ज़्यादातर बोलते हैं ना, नदी या समुद्र के किनारे जो जंगल हुआ करते थे वहाँ पे रहता था। और उस जंगल के उसी समय यहाँ देखिए अर्ली जुरासिक में आप ये देख सकते हो, उस समय के पेड़ों के जीवाश्म खूब सारे बिखरे पड़े हैं। तो ये भी एक एविडेंस है कि ये फॉरेस्ट लिविंग यानी जंगलों में रहने वाला, नदी के किनारे समुद्र के किनारे रहने वाला एक क्रिएचर था बड़ा।
And women in parts of Nepal and India on Tuesday celebrated the Hindu festival of Hartalika Teej with great fervor. The festival commemorates the union of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. Take a look.
Draped in vibrant red saris, thousands of Nepali women flocked to the iconic Pashupatinath temple in Kathmandu on Tuesday to worship Lord Shiva on the auspicious occasion of Teej. According to Hindu mythology, goddess Parvati observed years of penance before Lord Shiva accepted her as his consort. Teej celebrates this divine union. On this day, women in Nepal observe a strict fast on the third day of the dark fortnight of the lunar month of Bhadra, praying for a happy and prosperous life. After offering prayers inside the temple, devotees gathered in the outer courtyard, singing and dancing to traditional songs of devotion, joy, and longing.
हामीले तीजको दिन आज हिजोदेखि नै नुहाईधुवाई गरेर चोखो फलफुल खाएर 12 बजेतिरबाट नै हामी भोकै बसेर जागराम बसेर अनि आज त झन् हामी महिलाहरूले हिन्दू महिलाहरूले कसैले पनि पानी पनि खानुहुन्न, धर्म गर्नुहुन्छ। श्रीमानको नाममा भनेर परम्परा कालदेखि नै पार्वती पनि यस्तो उपासा बस्नुहुन्थ्यो सीता पार्वती पनि अनि त्यसैको हाम्रो धार्मिक इतिहासमा त्यही लेखेको हुनाले हाम्रा बजैहरू जिजु बजैहरू आमाहरूले गर्दै आएको यो हरितालिका तीजलाई हामीले पनि यसको बिडो धानेर हाम्रो पालासम्म पनि हामीले आजसम्म जस्तो जस्तो हाम्रो बजेहरूले गर्नुभयो त्यस्तै ठाउँलाई ओगर्दै त्यो धार्मिकलाई मान्दै हामी व्रत बस्छौँ।
The celebrations begin a night earlier when women are invited to their parental homes for a special feast of traditional delicacies. On the festival day, they dress in bright red attire, adorn themselves with bangles and necklaces, and apply vermilion marks, symbols of marital bliss and good fortune.
गीत गाउने नाच्ने दिदीबहिनी छोरीबेटी बोटाहरू ल्याउने डर डाक्ने खुवाउने बाबु यही हो।
Similar fervor was witnessed in India, where women marked Hartalika Tej by offering prayers to Lord Shiva and observing fasts for the long life of their husbands. Devotees performed rituals, took holy dips in rivers, and exchanged gifts, an age-old tradition that holds special importance for newlyweds and their families.
आज शंकर पार्वती का मिलन का दिन है और माता पार्वती और शंकर जी की पूजा हो रही है। औरतें सब अपने पति की दीर्घायु के लिए आज व्रत रखती हैं।
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.